I know exactly why college costs have ballooned in the last 40 years, and I'm going to explain it to you in 60 seconds. It all goes back to that pivotal American decade, the 1960s. In 1965, President Johnson passed the Higher Education Act, which created the first ever student loan and also sent a ton of federal money to universities and colleges specifically for research purposes. Then in 1973, Nixon was like, hey, I want to use $1 billion of federal money to help make it easier for lower income students to go to college, and we're going to do this through loans and grants. So up until the mid-'80s, the federal government was very involved in keeping the cost of college pretty low. Then in the 80s, under Reagan, things started to go a little south for colleges because trickle-down economics and this idea that if we give more money to people who already have money is a good thing became very in vogue. Now, flash forward to 2008 and the Great Recession, and this is where we really see the cost of college begin to skyrocket. During the recession, millions of people lost jobs. When millions of people lose their job at once, what does that mean? Fewer people are paying taxes, and states rely on tax revenue to do things like, keep state colleges funded. A Pew study found that states lost out on $283 billion in tax revenue between 2008 and 2013. If you don't have tax revenue that you can use to fund state universities and colleges, what are you going to do? You're going to raise the cost of tuition. And now we're in this vicious cycle where federal and state governments keep cutting funding for colleges, so colleges are forced to raise tuition prices to make up the difference. The more you know.